So now that you've decided to engage in a life coaching session, what are some things that you can do to prepare for your first session? My name is Dr. Bailey, and I'm a clinical psychologist and a life coach. I'm going to talk briefly today about how you can prepare for your first coaching session. With any relationship, any new relationship, you can anticipate going over some of the history of who it is that you are, as well as some of the boundaries that are always existent in every relationship. I like to go over boundaries because it is an example of some of the boundaries that you may have to be setting with other people as you start off on this coaching session, when folks are pressing in so that you are behaving like the person you used to be. It's going to be a time for you to set some boundaries. So during that first session, we're going to talk a lot about where you are in your life, who it is that you want to be, and who it is that you have been. We're going to talk about how others perceive you. If I was to ask somebody else, what is he like, or what is she like? What kind of things would they say? Those are the kind of things that I want to hear from you during that first coaching session. And then I'm going to jump directly into, well, who it is that you say you want to be? And how is that person different than you are today, than you are yesterday? We're going to ask those hard questions. We're going to really peel back the layers of your personality, of your character, how you have up to now showed up in your life and as well as other people's lives. And then we're going to talk about some of the things that you feel like have stood in the way of you becoming who it is that you truly want to be. By the end of this first session, we're going to talk about boundaries. What's appropriate in a coaching relationship? What's not appropriate in a coaching relationship? It's going to be things that you'll be able to use in other relationships that you have. When are you best available to talk? When are you not available to talk? What's appropriate to happen in the coaching session and what's not appropriate to happen in the coaching session? So you will hear about those boundaries and understand what they are during that first coaching session. So in preparation for that first coaching session, think about and write down who it is that you want to become. What does that person think? How does he think? How does she think? And what are the kind of conversations that person likes to have? You want to write those things down before your first session. You want to come to your first session thinking or being very clear on some of the things that have stood in the way of you becoming who it is that you want to be. And thirdly, you want to make sure that you have a pen and paper ready to write things down so that when I'm not on the call with you, when I'm not in the room with you, you can go back to your notes and see, this is what Dr. Bailey said. This is what I felt about what he said. These are the things that I should be doing this next week. You need to take notes, not only related to boundaries, who you used to be, who it is that you want to become. That first session is a critical foundation session in which we will be talking about boundaries, who you used to be, who it is you want to be, and the things that have stood in the way of you becoming who it is that you want to be. So, I'm Dr. Bailey. I'm looking forward to our first session together. These are just some of the things that I want you to know before you get to that first session that we'll be discussing, going over, and the things that you should have with you. So, if you're interested in coaching sessions, this is the first time you've seen us, be sure to like and subscribe below. Reach out to me through email, and I will schedule your first session this upcoming week to get you started on your path to your authentic self. Thanks for tuning in today. I look forward to your first session.